Of even being a prospect. And yet, they may be praying tonight, searching for an opportunity to be able to
Just give us a few minutes, guys. We're just waiting for our host to come in, and she should be in a second. She just was having some problems logging in, so just give her a minute. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Donnelly, check with Cheryl to see if she was able to get on, because I know she was having problems logging on. Double check with her, please.
I'm checking with her now. Cheryl is on. She's there. Oh, she just went out.
Hello?
Good evening, good evening,
That's
welcome.
Cheryl. That's Cheryl?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
Cheryl.
I got, yeah, finally.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, journey partners, guests. Today, we're having the launch of Cheryl Johnson's business in Sankey Global. And so we thank you all for joining us. And we pray that you get out of this what you need to know to journey with us. So now I'm going to bring on our presenter, my sister, my daughter, my friend, my confidant, my mentor, our leader of the Bahamas in Sankey Nation, Dr. Ruth Ann Lightborn. Take us away.
Hi guys, this is Dr. Ruth Ann all the way from Freeport, Bahamas. Just give me 1 second, guys, and I'll be right back with you. I am so sorry, guys. Of course, a prospect decides to call as soon as I'm about to present. That's karma. Woo! That's the type of karma I love. But yes, my name is Dr. Ruth Ann Lightburn, and I have been in network marketing for the past, I would say my son is 11. So probably the past 10 years, I've actually been doing network marketing. And guys, all I can say is the journey has been simply amazing because I have been able, especially in the last 5 years, in 2015, God decided, what I like to say is put me on hiatus. He put me in the corner for a bit, and he literally, if you've ever had love sweep you off your feet, well, God literally swept me off of my feet to the point where I have not been able to walk since 2015. It started with an itch on my back and I would call a strip in my eye. And from there, my body just started to weaken. And so guys, all I can say is since then, network marketing, multi-level marketing, direct sales has been my avenue, my personal avenue of how I make my money. I've been able to send my son to private school. I've been able to do so many things that usually you're not even able to do if you are walking. And so this has been my journey, and I have not actually literally been able to walk throughout the journey. So, my running joke is that I live on a private island, and my private island is 32 square feet. So basically, guys, for me, this is something that when I was given this opportunity back in, I would say that would have been the second to last week of November, my girlfriend called me, and we've known each other for about 8 years in formal opportunities. We've done work together. She's my business partner. She's my confidant. She's my coach. And she called me, and she didn't even ask me to join the opportunity because she knew I was like, I had been in another company and things had happened. And I was like, you know what? I'm not interested. So I was just going to do my graphic design like I've been doing for years and just sit on the side and sit small till my name is called. However, she said to me, Ruth Ann, do you know anybody in the Bahamas that would be interested in journeying in this company? So the first person I could possibly think of was my girlfriend and sister. And like she said, mother sometimes. I don't know how that works out, guys, but it does. Queen Donnelly Adderley in Nassau, Bahamas. And so I called Queen Donnelly and I was like, Donnelly, this opportunity has come up. It's called Sankey Global. I really didn't know anything about it, so I couldn't tell her anything about it. All I could say is that, they're willing to pay your flight over, put you up in a hotel, and let you review the product and see it for yourself firsthand. So we got off the phone and she was like, okay, that sounds like a plan. And then I'd also asked King Cheryl as well. And then Donnelly called me back and said, what about Agatha? Can Shelly come? I said, well, let me ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. So I called and they said yes. And then Donnelly, of course, turns around and says, well, when are you leaving? Well, guys, for somebody that's in a wheelchair, it is hard to travel. It's not easy. Listen, when you're lifted up and down on those little tiny chairs and have to be transferred, it is crazy. So I was like, me? And of course, I live in Grand Bahama, guys. So we had just gone through Dorian. I wasn't going nowhere. However, the boat was running. And so she was like, well, you have to be there because if you're going to be in charge of this, aren't you going to be in charge? I said, I don't know. She says, well, if you're going to be in charge, you need to be there. So guys, I don't know how I did it, but it's just like when I tell you things line up, when they line up, it's right. That's all I can say. And why I say that is because I remember calling my mom and saying, oh, Donnelly wants me to go to the States. And literally, guys, she says, oh, Anita's going on the boat. I was like, what? Yeah, she's leaving tomorrow. Or she was like leaving the Tuesday. And I think I was talking to my mom saying that Friday or Saturday. And so it literally lined up that I would have somebody that I knew that could literally just be there with me on the boat and, take me off, push me off with my wheelchair and be there when the person picked me up. So guys, it was like God aligned everything to make it happen because I wasn't going. Y'all aren't hearing me. I was not going. So for me, why Sankey, why now meant nothing to me back in November. Like I remember when I heard this presentation and I heard why Sankey, why now, it really meant nothing. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yes, it's this and it's that. However, in the past 4.5 months, why Sankey, why now has become, or I should say 5 months, including December, it has changed. It has truly changed because I remember the first glass of Belage. We had 2 big, huge cups of Belage when we were at the meeting. And I remember that evening, actually, my fingers, my right arm, my fingertips started to tingle. And I was like, this has to be my brain. This has to be the placebo effect. I'm also a mindset reset coach, a motivational speaker. So I was like, my brain is playing games on me. This is my vortex talking to me. This is really not happening, And so guys, I remember I was getting a magnetic test done by Queen Rhonda Isaacs of Trinidad and Tobago. And I turned to her and I said, Rhonda, is there a possibility that my right fingers could be tingling? Now, the importance of those right fingers tingling, guys, was that back in 2017, I fell into a coma. And when I fell into this coma, guys, when I came out, I literally had I went into the negative, no core strength at all. So my core strength, which I might have gone in, I think maybe I went in maybe with 15, 20% before the coma. When I came out of the coma, guys, I was probably -30, -40. And what that looks like is that imagine how you would sit in a car. and how you're able, as you sit in your car, you're able to look over the glass, the window, as a driver, say, or a passenger, you're able to look over the window. Well, I stand tall at 5'10". So now you all need to envision this. I stand tall at 5'10". When my son put me in the car after being in a coma for 10 days, being in the hospital for nearly 2.5 weeks, when he put me in that passenger seat, guys, I could not see over the door. I remember like literally trying to push myself to like get my eyes, not my body, not my head, my eyes over the sill of the window to be able to look at the hospital as we were leaving. So literally my core strength was negative. Later on in that year, my right arm became numb. My daughter says, and even my sister, who's a nurse doctor, because my sister kept on saying, Ruth Ann, you had to have had a stroke. And then my daughter was like, Mommy, I'm sure you had a stroke, because literally since then, that right arm just started, like my right arm just literally went numb, guys. To the point where I could go in my wheelchair. I remember wheeling to the church one day down at the end of the road and coming back, and my caregiver, we were looking at all this blood, trying to figure out where this blood is coming from. The blood was coming from my right arm, where the wheel on my chair had rubbed my arm and rubbed all the skin off, and it was to the, like, you know, to the flesh, and it was bleeding. I had not felt any of it at all. So when that tingling started to happen, I was like, is this the vortex? I don't know if anybody listens to Abraham Hicks, believes in, the law of attraction, but I was like, what's going on? This is my mind. This is not real. But I said, you know what? Stay calm, meditate, say your prayers. Let's stay focused. So guys, in December, I started utilizing the products. I started with my Belage and I started with the Crenew. Within a week and a half, I literally started feeling energy start pulsating through my legs. Like literally, guys, to the point where nearly 2 weeks in, I was able to get up on my knees. Now you're like, okay, you got up on your knees, and I have not been able to walk. To get up on my knees, guys, I normally need a physical therapist along with a gait belt to pull me up. I normally can't get up on my knees. But since I've been taking this product, I've been able to do that. Since I've been taking this product, my core has strengthened. When I finally was able to go back to therapy in January, guys, my physical therapist was blown away by the strength that had happened in my core. And the only thing I had done is drink these products. Then, of course, the condition that I have, or I like to say what they say I have, because I don't like to claim anything. I would prefer to, listen to the report of the Lord, that my bowels, I was incontinent, so my bowels were backed up sometimes 2-3 days. I started taking the Hasaki, guys. And when I took that Hasaki, within less than 8 hours, I had a full pass. I was like, wow. Then my muscles, and I say all of this, and I know you're like, okay, she's trying to sell us something. No, guys, that's why I don't even like to sometimes share my testimony, because I can go on and on and on. The muscles on my legs, guys, I had gotten what they call atrophied muscle above the knee. So basically it had sunk right in. So my legs look like chicken bones, and I'm a red girl. And so I used to like wear my shorts. So after that happened a few years ago, I was like, okay, no more shorts for you, Ruth Ann. There's no way I going out with leg all sinking above the knee, look like a chicken. No, sir, not me. Guys, after I started drinking that Hasaki regularly, would you believe me if I told you the muscle started, and I don't even know if I don't know what it is. All I know is it started to grow back. Like it started to fill in. Like literally, if I was to show you a picture, because I actually found a picture the other day of how it looked before and how it is now, you would be like, whoa. And I'm talking in the space of weeks. Okay. Back in January, I got a bed saw. Yeah, you heard me. I'm going naked truth on you guys. I got a bed saw. And guys, the last time I had a bed saw, it lasted from the end of 2015 all the way to the middle of 2017. Are you hearing me? Nearly 2 years I had a bed saw, and that grew on my hip. Like it was huge. So this one was the size of a penny to the size of like a Bahamian dime, 10 cent. And guys, I remember calling Nurse Donnelly and Nurse Shelley immediately, and they were like, okay, you got to pop it, make sure there's nothing in it. My caregiver at the time was a nurse. She had just graduated from nursing school, so she was taking care of it as well. Guys, the only thing that I've been doing differently is drinking Balage. Within less than a month, that was completely healed. Healed, gone, gone. Not spread, not gotten bigger, gone. All I can say, guys, is why Sankey, why now? More than ever, I understand why Sankey, why now? Because for me, it's why not Sankey and why not now? Because guys, San means respect and Ki means for vital energy. But if you switch it around, Ki San in Japanese means Holy Spirit. So if you don't tell me something's in these products that are creating an atmosphere and creating something in our body to assist in healing itself, I don't know what's going on. And Dr. Behe Diaz, the scientific director, when he created these products, that was his goal. His goal was to make sure that he could assist in allowing the body to become to a point of self-regulation, which is called homeostasis, okay? And he did this so that if the body could become to homeostasis, that it could self-regulate itself and not develop degenerative diseases. Are you hearing me? And so that is our goal. Our goal is to allow the body to achieve the state of homeostasis and allow the intelligent force to get into the body and do what it needs to do in order to do what? Allow God to do what it needs to do, because our bodies are created to heal itself. But a lot of times we need our body put in a state of homeostasis so it can do that, because oftentimes the way we eat, it's horrible. The food we put in, it's not good, not at all. So what do we have here? First, I'm going to start with our Balage, because that's our flagship product. With this product, it detoxifies your body and provides energy. It reactivates our body's antioxidants. It increases energy production naturally, improves blood circulation, and it increases hydration at the cellular level. And this is so important because guess what, guys? Not only does it get into the bloodstream immediately and get into that circulation, it also is nano-sized. What that means is it's able to pass through the brain wall barrier, also the eye wall barrier. This helps persons with anxiety, with depression, dementia, Alzheimer's, anything that's going on in the brain. You know, we had a lady, I believe she had severe headaches all the time. And then she'd had a stent put in her brain. It was insane. It was some real insane stuff. Would you believe that young lady started taking the Balage and she was blown away by the results? She was like, oh my God, I have energy again. Oh, I'm able to do this now. Oh, I'm not having my headaches anymore. The testimonies in the Bahamas alone are endless. And I love that, because we're not getting testimonies from over here and over there. So you could say, well, oh, they just saying that. No, we're not just saying anything. We are saying get on the Balage. You know, at the beginning of, that would have been March, my son moved to a new school and I sent him to school that day, and they called me immediately back at around 12 o'clock. They said, you need to come and pick him up. He's vomiting. I went and I picked him up. By the evening, guys, this boy was coughing, hacking. I'm talking, it was awful. It was really bad, to the point where usually, because of what they say I have, which is lupus transverse myelitis, neuromyelitis optica, which is a cousin of multiple sclerosis. Basically, because of that, I'm on an immunosuppressant drugs. I'm on Cellcep. I'm on 1,000 milligrams of Cellcep twice a day. You know, I'm on Neurontin, 900 milligrams 3 times a day, 20 milligrams of Baclofen 3 times a day, because I have spasms. And when he came home, I was like, oh no. Because of the storm, we're now in closer quarters. He's in my room, and it was just driving me insane. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. I will get sick on this go round. Because that's how it used to be. If someone even sneezed on me, I would become sick, because my immune system is already compromised. Guys, I take my Balage regularly. During that period, I think it was by Wednesday, he was coughing, hacking, and his chest was starting to burn him. I remember Queen Donnelly and I were on the call late one night. It was around 10 o'clock. She said, Rainin, you need to take the concoction. And our concoction is the Balage, the Inner 7, and the Crenew. And guys, hear me and hear me good. within less than 30 minutes of drinking that combination. He was like, oh, mommy, I have energy. I said, you have energy? Carry your hip to bed, please. Thank you. And by Friday, he was able to go back to school. Are you hearing me? I don't think you heard me. I'm trying to say to you that this combination removes, it combats viruses. And we have proof, documentation. So I'm not just saying stuff to you. We have documentation that the BAHAMAS alone combats viruses by 83.9%. So 84%. Okay? Now that inner 7, it balances hormonal systems and improves digestion. It improves natural defense mechanisms. It balances your pH, stimulates relaxation and revitalization, improves digestion, and recovers your body's essential minerals. This product has over 60 essential minerals. I was reading the research manual the other day because, guys, remember, knowledge is power, especially when used correctly. And when I saw that, I was blown away. I was like, what? I was thinking, you know, a few essential minerals. But this product has literally over 60 minerals inside of it. We have a lady that will testify and give her testimony. She tells you she's over 70 plus and she speaks to this product like this is what she needs, and she has a thyroid issue. Are you hearing me? How many persons do you know that have thyroid? Listen, Renew Fire. If you're suffering with how to lose weight, if you're suffering with high blood pressure, if you have sugar, as we call it here in the Bahamas, so you have diabetes, you're suffering with it. Guys, this Renew or Crenui or Crenute Fire, it reduces the absorption of calories and sugars and carbs, and gastric protection and antioxidation. It increases thermogenesis to remove fatty tissue. So it protects you from your bad eating habits. Because you know we like steam this and fry that, and shoot, we'll be having fried fish over the weekend. Yeah, we think it's all good, but is it? It's oil. Are we air frying, or how they have this new air fryers? Are we air frying it versus frying it in deep oil? Do you understand what I'm saying? So all of these add up. This also helps with your cholesterol levels. So when you take this at night, if you are a person that's trying to lose weight, you really need to lose weight. Not only is it going to assist with that, it's also going to lower your sugar. It's going to monitor and maintain your high blood pressure at the same time. But guess what? Then you can go over to the far left to our Hisaki. Listen, this balances the intestinal flora in your gut. And it generates new nutrients. And what I love about this, when I listened from Dr. Lee Laney, he basically said it turns it up or turns it down. That's the intelligent nutrition that we have here, guys. Are you hearing me? It nourishes the microbiota with over 596 metabolites, and it improves protein absorption by 20%. It increases oxidation of fat and provides energy to trillions of mitochondria. The mitochondria, guys, for those that do not know, is what energizes our cells. When you're feeling lethargic, when you're feeling down, it's because your mitochondria needs to be energized. It needs to be plugged in. And guys, once you start drinking the BAHAMAS, you will suddenly start feeling this revitalization within your body. Your energy will return to that it was before, and you're going to be blown away by that. But guys, we don't just say what we, talk what we say. We can prove to you with the in vivo clinical trials that this has been done, that our products do what they say they're going to do. We are in the JAMA, the medical journals, guys. We are in the Blue Ocean Strategy. Okay, we are in the PDR, the Physician's Desk Reference. Are you hearing me? So we're not just saying it, guys, and that to me is a big deal. Okay, so for those that are on the line that just wanted to know about the products, that is what the products are, and that is what we do. They do. However, this also allows for those individuals that need and have to and feel the need to serve others, but also make some money in the process. This company allows for that as well. And honestly, there is no competition when you're simply the best. Because as you will find in this compensation plan, everything unlocks something. So we start with customers, because customers in this company unlocks different areas of the compensation plan. Yes, we get paid 12 ways, but when you start with your customers, because literally this step-and-step process is very important in unlocking all of the different areas of the compensation plan. So once you've started with your customers, guess what, guys? We now then build a team, because guess what? Customers now want to know every time they feel well, they're going to tell somebody. And then they look at you and say, hold on, do you make money from this? And so that is the person you then say, yes, we do. Here's a lifestyle connect that we do every night at 9 o'clock. Please jump on. You can hear more all about it. Are you hearing me? And so from there, then you're now creating a team. And from your team, it then becomes a network. And remember, your net worth lies in your network, okay? And as your network grows with your clients, with your customers, with your teams, then the company now recognizes you as a leader. Sorry about that, guys. So definitely, this is something to look at when looking at a compensation plan. But let me go over a few ways that really, really stand out for me in this compensation plan. The retail power. So if you have, or I should even say the customers online. So say you have 3 customers that come in as a VIP. That's like $99. Right there, off the bat. 3 customers, that's $99. 3 VIP customers, it's $99. Every 3 customers, the company gives you a free Ballage and a free canoe. Right there, that's 100% profit, or you can use it for yourself. Choice is yours. Then, guys, you're looking at your first order bonus, which is a 90%. Did you hear me? 90% of the point value. And we have points at all the way from 50 to 400. So you're looking at $45 all the way to $320. I know you're saying, well, Dr. Ruth Ann, $45, that's nothing. Oh, is it? What if you brought in 10 of those persons and got 45 times 10? Isn't that $450? How much are you making this week? Did you hear me? How much are you making this week? Then we have where we call our rising star. Every time you have 3 customers, 2 journey pioneers, you're going to get $80. Do that 10 times. That's $800. And I know you're saying, this the network marketing things. Listen, hear me and hear me good. When you go to work, your boss has persons under them doing the work. Bottom line, that's just how it is. Sad but true. But listen, in network marketing, say you have 10 people. You have 10 family members, 10 friends, 10 business partners, whomever that decide to journey with you. Guess what? I guarantee you those 10 have 10. So now you have 100. There's not just your 10 anymore. So this is not an addition business. This is a multiplication business, and it keeps growing and it keeps on duplicating itself. And with that, you see your organization grow and you see your money grow. And it's all really dependent on your effort. Just like in anything else, it's dependent on you. You can choose to do nothing and get nothing, or you can choose to do something and get a lot. Because you can play with this or you can work with this, whichever you choose. And trust me, in this time, to me, we're definitely in the era of what else do we have to do right now? But by now, I know you have looked at this, you've decided that this is where I want to fit in. So yeah, we do have a nice, huge, giant pack over there to the left for $10.99, where you go, whoa, not me, let me go far right, baby. Let me go to the sales sign in the back. I am also a mother of 6, so I like the sales sign in the back in the clearance rack. So then you go to the far right where we have 2 Ballage, 1 canoe. You get the Sankey Share app, you get the website. Guys, $159. Are you hearing me? $159. You can't beat that, because that's 3 products that you're getting for literally $159. And guys, the products are shipped out literally next day. You get them within about maybe 3 to 4 days, depending on the shipper that you use. But guess what? Hopefully by the end of next week, if everything's set up in time, we're going to have a fulfillment center in Nassau. Are you hearing me? You will literally be able to order today and go down to the fulfillment center on the days that it's open and pick up your products, which is like 3 times a week. Yes, you heard me. We're going to have a fulfillment center in Nassau. So even if you have persons on the Family Islands, they'll just put the product on the boat for them. How simple and easy is that? That's amazing. And that's what this company did within less than, we've only been down here, what, 4 months? I'm not even 4 months at that. So guys, I want to say thank you so much. And Cheryl, back to you. I want to say thank you so much for inviting us to this call and having us on and having your guests. This was your virtual grand opening. This was done for you, and we appreciate you. And guys, this is what we do. We are here to serve and here to do what is needed to bring you to success.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ruth Ann and Queen Donnelly. Now, I haven't heard any of it for real because what happened was my phone was just freezing and shutting down. So, and I've been having a problem with it all day. So I know you did a fantastic job and I want to thank you and I do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Donnelly.
Before you leave, does any of our guests on the line have any questions? Any further questions? I saw we had some guests.
Hi, yes, I'm Chanel. Hi, Donnelly.
Oh, hi, Chanel. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Okay, my question, I'm a diabetic. With me taking any of these products, would I still have to take the meds that I'm on?
Okay,
Ruth
Donnelly,
Ann?
I mean, if
What,
you
Donnelly?
don't mind, I can answer that.
Dr.
Who
Ruth,
wants to
Hello?
answer it? Donnelly, do you want to answer it or you want me to answer it?
you can go ahead.
Basically, we never recommend anybody to stop taking their medication. That's not what we're here for. These products are all natural. For instance, for someone that has diabetes, we definitely recommend the Cronwe Fire because that's going to assist with lowering your blood sugar. What you're going to find is that your numbers will start to lower. What you'll also find is that maybe you might not have to take as much insulin or might not have to take so much of the pill. You will find yourself needing to go back to the doctor and saying, hey doc, I've noticed that my numbers are lower. Can you change my prescription or can you take me off my prescription? We never tell you to negate the doctor. We never tell you to go away from what you're taking. But we do say that it does work along with what you are doing. And so you will find and you will know your body. I know Dr. Franco always says, you know your body better than anybody. And when you go to a doctor, you're actually telling the doctor what is wrong with you. He's just kind of symptomizing it and, putting it in its place. But when you go, you're telling him this is this and that is that. So we don't recommend you stop, but we highly recommend that you start taking the products. And then what you'll find is that you will actually start reducing what you're taking. Like for me, and for instance, I was able to dial back on my pain meds. I was on 300 milligrams of tramadol per day. I don't take it at all anymore. So I was able to dial back completely on that. So these are things you'll find. We have a gentleman in the States, he's severely diabetic. And like he said, he found himself at night, his sugar was dropping low with taking the Cronwe. So what he realized is he could dial back on the amount of insulin that he was taking. And so literally he is like cut his insulin intake now in half by taking the Cronwe Fire.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm on both meds and insulin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chanel,
So what is recommended for diabetics?
Yes. And Chanel, as you asked that?
Pardon me?
Oh, that's you who asked the question. Oh, I thought it was somebody who asked that. Yes, it's
No,
recommended.
that was me.
Yes, it's recommended.
Yeah, what product is recommended?
Oh, what? The Cronwe Fire.
Yeah.
But we actually like persons to be on the system because with the BAHAMAS is also how we're going through this. Okay, guys, I didn't say this earlier, but for the guests and everybody who's on this right now, I didn't say this earlier. This was something that I was going to say, but the whole team is not on, so I will repeat it later on. Right now, because being a nurse and being in the system, our problem is why in this country we're having a shutdown is because most persons in this country have a non-communicable disease. About 98% of the homes, all right? That's why they don't want persons who don't have a condition to go and bring it home to somebody who does. Why? Is because when you have an underlying condition and the virus enters your home and you get affected, your risk of death or being admitted to ICU is really high. Okay, so we're pushing the BAHAMAS as well because the BAHAMAS, as Dr. Ruth Ann said earlier, fights against viruses. So we advise that anybody who has a condition, whether it's hypertension, diabetes, cancer, lupus, arthritis, migraine, headaches, whatever condition you have, asthma, especially respiratory conditions, digestive conditions, because we have noted that there are two streams of the virus. One is respiratory and one is digestive. You have some people who are having diarrhea. It starts out like that, diarrhea and vomiting, and it's and we've noted that those persons later, when tested, um, they have the virus, the coronavirus. So it's two streams. So if you have a condition in those two areas, whether it be respiratory, digestive, and diabetes, and also heart conditions, and we know that diabetes and hypertension, those are digestive issues, and at least 68% of diseases start within the stomach. 68%. So if you have any of those above conditions, I would suggest that you take the Balage along with the Crenu. Anybody else with any other? Chanel, she's still there? Is Chanel still there? Or she got cut off?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Any further questions with that?
Yeah, no, I'm good with that, but I have one more question, then
Okay.
I'll. So do we have any of these products here now?
We have a few on island for sale, but as we were saying, we have a very good special going on now, which is cheaper. If you were to come into the company with the 159, I think when we check it, everything comes up to 180 when you join, okay? And the thing about it is you get your products for cheaper, because if you were to buy the two boxes of there's in that on 159 package, there are two boxes of Balage and a Crenu. If you were to go into one of our distributors' store or get it from a distributor here on the island, Nassau price will be 70 plus 70 plus 80. That's how much, Dr. Ruth Ann? That's 200 and something dollars.
70 plus 88.
No, with the 159 package, remember we have two Balage and one Canoe.
No, I mean if they buy it. Oh, okay.
Oh, if you buy it, yeah, if you buy it here, it's 150. But why? My thing about it is, yes, if you buy it here, 150. The thing about it is, you paid 150 for just one box of Balage and one box of Canoe, when you could have gotten two boxes of Balage or two boxes of Canoe. And no, but then that package doesn't allow it. It only allows the two boxes of Balage and one Canoe. And the thing about it is, when you only got to put a couple dollars more than that and get your 3 boxes plus be joined. And the thing about it is, once you're a member, your prices are almost in half, right, Dr. Ruth Ann? I think it's 43 when you're a member. It's $43.
Yes, it's nearly 20%, like nearly 10 to 20% less than regular prices, or more, like more or less even.
Yeah.
It takes it down like even further than that, because regular prices are 50 something. It brings it all the way down to 40 something dollars.
Yeah.
Or even less.
Yeah, because to get it shipped here.
Hey, Dolly, Rosemary has a question.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rosemary.
Hi, good evening.
You're low. Could you speak into the speaker for us? Your device, because we can't hear you.
Oh, I probably need to put, you can't hear me now?
A little.
Okay, you know what, maybe I have it attached to my Amazon tab, so I don't know, unless I just get into.
Okay, go ahead. Now try here. Now repeat it. So you can
That's better. Go ahead.
so others can hear it.
Okay, my question is, are any of these products in a doctor's reference book? Have they been tested to the place where doctors are now recommending them?
You want to take it, Dr. Ruthan, or you want me to take it?
These actually are in the PDR, which is the physician's desk
Yes.
reference. It's also in the JAMA, and it's also in the Blue Ocean Strategy. We have done in vivo clinical trials. The actual products were in creation for over 40 years in our Japanese labs for over 40 years with Dr. Behe Diaz. And he's a Japanese-French doctor that's been dealing with these products for over 40 years prior to bringing it to market for 10 years.
Okay.
Mhm.
And another question, thought. My mother has a brain tumor. It's not cancerous, but it has her bedridden. Can any of these products help to reverse a situation? She's 84.
Okay. Well, we've had persons on the products, and it has been proven to shrink their tumors. And also, there's a lady here in the Bahamas. They had to put a stunt in her brain and run it through her stomach and do a bag on the side so that she had so much pressure on her brain for fluid to come out. And since she's been on these products, and Dr. Ruth Ann spoke about her earlier, the the actual pressure on her brain has decreased. She stopped having migraines, and she is to work and she's functioning.
Okay.
Yeah, because basically one of the great things about especially our Bilage product, it is nanoparticle size along with the rest, but the Bilage right here is nanoparticle size, and what that means is it actually can permeate the brain wall barrier and the eye wall barrier. So it hydrates the brain, and I know one of the things that Dr. Franco speaks of, and we can, if you need some videos that he's spoken about it, I believe, yeah, I think he spoke about like stuff on the brain because it has to do with hydration. Basically, it's able to permeate and get in there and hydrate the brain. And so when that starts happening, the brain is fed, which allows other things to start reversing and recovering and restoring. Because basically, the products are not healing anything. What the products are doing are just putting the body in a state of homeostasis so that the body can do what God created it to do, which is heal itself.
Okay. And one more thing, how can I get some literature if I was interested in becoming a part of this? How do I, how?
You can
I
speak
get
up a
some
little for us. You
literature?
went down low.
I hear she
Okay,
said, how
how
could she
can I
get some
get some-
literature if she was interested in getting on board?
Yes.
I would say go back to the
That's-
person that brought you to the call. They can actually give you some literature. If you want the copy of the in vivo trials, like if you want to see the research manuals, you can have that. They're like about 200 pages a piece. You can have that. If you're a person that really wants to delve deep, you can do that. So yeah, that's available for you.
Okay, and then one more thing, what about sampling? Can you sample?
There are samples for sale. So we do have samples that you can get for sale. So like I said, you can get back to, I guess, Cheryl, and she can definitely assist you in that area. Because we also have where you can get samples online. You can purchase actually, you can get 3 free samples, which is a 12-day supply for $10 if you so wish. And then you just pay the clearing when it comes in.
Okay, and if you were to order online, you would choose your own, do you choose your own courier or you have a courier that you use?
At the moment, we have a specific courier that we're using because of the whole what's going on. However, usually persons can choose whomever they wish to ship with. That's not a problem. And also, as of hopefully end of next week, we will have our fulfillment center in Nassau where you actually order online and then you go to our place of business, which is actually you're able to still go there even through the quarantine. Because it's one of the places that have to stay open, and you'll be able to pick up your product at that time.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Any more questions before we leave?
Yes. I have a question. Dr. Ruth, and I heard you said that the Renew, it helps with the sugar diabetes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Chanel is my guest. I would like to know if I could give her a few, because I only have the Renew. If I could give her at least 4 of them, so she could try. I don't know if it'll work by itself or she need the Balage to drink with it. If I give her the Renew, she could probably try it. I mean, for a trial,
Yes.
will she see a difference?
Yes, she
Can she
should
just
be
drink the
able.
Balage, I mean, the Renew by itself?
Okay, question, Chanel, do you have a glucometer machine at home?
Yes, she do.
I do.
Okay, here's what you do. When you do you take your insulin? What times do you take your insulin? At least when we get off the call,
Once
I'll
at
talk.
bedtime.
Yeah, I'll talk with you personally because that's your personal information. As a nurse, I'll talk to you and let you know what you should do.
Okay.
Okay. Because I need to know what you're on, the dosage, so I can actually advise you further. Okay. And that's
Okay,
your
not a
personal
problem.
business, so I don't need anybody know your dosage and all of that.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
No
Well,
problem. You're
I want
welcome.
to end by saying thank you so much, guys, for getting on. I thank you, Cheryl, for stepping out and doing your virtual grand opening. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So you did absolutely amazing. I know you weren't on for the whole thing, but guess what? It's just the fact that you stepped out and you did it. This is the beginning. This is the start. This is where it happens. So guess what? Next time Cheryl invites you, invite 5 people. You know, this information needs to be shared. It needs to get out there. And we appreciate that we're here to serve and to serve others. So that's my 5
Yeah,
cents.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
Congratulations, Cheryl. It's Regina.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
You are welcome, my darling.
Yes, a lot of people could have been on too because, and one of the reasons too, I couldn't be on too because I was trying to help people to get on, and then in the process, my phone shut down. So,
But there are going to be more calls because we have a lot of launches to go.
yes,
So
I know.
when we have our launches, you can invite persons because we have some other persons in this group who are going to have launches. While we're shut down, we're taking off.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes, we're taking off. So
Exactly.
congratulations to
And
you,
thank you.
Cheryl.
Yes.
Yes, and to those guests who have joined us, welcome, welcome to the world of Sankey. And thank you
Amen.
guys so much, all our guests. Please get back to the persons that invited you, and they will be actually updating you on our next meetings and our next calls. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dr. Ruth Ann. Thank you, Journey Partners.
Yeah,
Mm.
Congratulations, Cheryl.
Yes, thank
Focus
you.
here.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And I just want everybody to know that we have 9 o'clock calls daily. So we do the same sort of thing every day at 9 o'clock. So guys, feel welcome to, like I said, get back to the person that brought you this call. They'll give you the link for the 9 o'clock call. It's not this link, it's another link. So you're definitely welcome to that as well, where leaders around the world, from the Caribbean, from the United States, share on those calls as well. So that's my 5 cents, guys, and I appreciate you coming on the call, and I appreciate being able to serve in this capacity. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome job.
Yes.